What up, world? Welcome to another edition of Two Sides to Opinion podcast. I'm your host, Marcus. I got my co host with me as usual, Mr. Jones and Coach Josh. But we got a special guest with us today, Mr. Simeon Cannon. How are you fellas doing today?
Good, man. Good.
Doing
Good.
good, doing good.
Good, man. So today is special because Mr. UofH Cougar himself, Simeon Cannon, decided to brace us with his presence, which is great. We go jump into a little bit of things about him, about his life as a student athlete, about what he goes through while training, just the various different questions to see what a life, what a day in the life of a D1 athlete is. So, but before we get started, if you don't know, he had a full ride to the University of Houston, and he's a jumper. He does long jump, high jump, and sometimes I think he does triple jump. Is that correct?
Yeah, in the 60.
Got you. So, anybody have any questions before we get started? Before
No, I think we're good, man. You just kind of
Yeah.
jump into it.
Bro, you look
Good.
familiar, man. You from Louisiana?
Nah.
Let's go ahead and definitely get it started,
Wanna
man.
know.
Coach, go ahead, lead us off, man.
Um, first of all, man, thank you for being on this podcast with us, man, for gracing us with your presence and your time, man. Um,
Yes, sir. Sir.
did you already down in Houston already?
Yeah.
Okay. No, well, man, that's good. So, man, I know college start a little bit later than most. So, but me me being a coach that I am, man, I know you were telling us just a while ago that you do multiple YEP events.
Mm-hmm.
Um, give us some ways that you train and some things that you work on to get better at your craft.
Well, to get better at my craft, honestly, I just do like if we give us a workout that will like help
Hmm.
me perfect something. Like for example, if I'm doing something that would perfect my ankle stiffness for my
Okay,
ankles and stuff, I would just come do it over and over and over again until I get it right. But
okay,
it really starts with your mental. Mental takes you a long, when I tell you long way, because there will be some days, especially at this level, where you really don't want to do nothing. You don't want to get out the bed, but you still got like school, things like that, class, things like that. Everything
okay.
just keeps going. So, it really starts with your mental. You gotta like, you gotta really want it. You gotta
So,
really
what
want it.
is your how should I put this? Which event is the one that you like the most?
Oh yeah, long jump.
Okay, and um, how would you tell some other youngsters out there how to prepare for that event and train for it?
Well, I would tell them you just gotta stick to it. It definitely takes a long time because long jump is the hardest, if not the hardest event, is track and field because you have to have the same consistency coming down the runway like every time. Like you can run something fast in hurdles or in like a 200 and stumble coming out the blocks and then catch up. You can't do that in track. You gotta, I mean, in long jump, you gotta come out the back strong and stay consistent and things like that. Just gotta really want it. Whole bunch of workouts I do a lot is plyos. Plyos really get you
Okay,
there. Weighted sometimes like I do different workouts like if I'm doing squats, people just sometimes do it regular on the bar. I do the barbarian squat, so I really get the burn in my quads and stuff. And yeah, I do those a lot. So them help me be
okay,
explosive very.
okay. All right. I see you, man.
You
Okay,
said something very important that I think I just want to hit on real quick before we move to the next question, which is your mental state.
Yeah.
When can you go a little bit deeper in that? Like, when you have issues with your mental state, is there some way that you prepare yourself? Is it some way you refresh your mind? Is it some way if you have a bad day, how do you get over those things mentally?
Honestly, if I have like a bad day, or my mental is not going. It's two things. Well, one thing I would say is like I always just be like to myself, this is God just like testing me or something like that. So I just go with the flow. But if it like gets real bad, sometimes I just go in my room, take my time to myself. If times I've talked to myself in the mirror, I've even meditated before. Um, there's plenty of times I've took a walk outside just to get some fresh air, or even one time, I did like a little nature walk, I would call it. Where I don't know if y'all know, but in Memorial, there's like a little area you can walk through, like the woods and stuff like that. There was like a trail walk. I've done that before,
Mm,
just to keep my my mental strong, or like sometimes
right,
I just need to think and get off the campus or something like that.
right.
Cause like
Well, let me
without the mental, it's nothing.
sure. Let me ask a follow-up question to what Marcus was just touching on.
Yeah.
So prior to us coming on to the podcast, Mr. Simeon said that he always had bunnies, right? He always been the top athlete, right?
Yeah.
And I respect that. And we've had conversations on this podcast, and when you are the best of the best, sometimes it gets boring, right? Or sometimes people rely on their athleticism, right, and not really
Yeah.
train the way that they should. So you being a top tier peak athlete, how do you stay focused? How do you make sure that you continue to train and stay on top of your game?
Honestly, I got disciplined. I put myself on the schedule and I stuck to it, even though I had to make. It was a hard schedule though, especially this summer, because when you stick to a schedule, I had to make a whole bunch of sacrifices, like a whole bunch of sacrifices. But it's cool though, because I want it to work.
Right,
I want the sacrifice. It may not happen now, but it'll come later.
right.
So
And to follow up on that, so I was watching a video. I'm not sure if anybody else on here has seen it, but Shaq was talking to his son, and he was talking about sacrifice. And he said,
oh yeah, I know.
yeah. And he was like, are
Yeah.
you ready to miss birthdays? Are you ready to miss those family events? So just talk a little bit more about the sacrifice that you had to endure to become the athlete that you are.
Couple of sacrifices. I mean, I missed my niece's birthday. I mean, it could be a big sacrifice for y'all, but I guess it depends. I guess a sacrifice I could say is when I train. All this summer I've been training, and I don't know if you guys know where spring is at in Texas, but my training
Mm-hmm.
is all the way downtown. So I had to drive about an hour and like 5 minutes every day to training. So I had to get
Mm-hmm.
about 4 or 5 a.m.
Mm.
and I just stuck to that schedule. That was a sacrifice because I really didn't want to do that, and it got bad. Started to really get bad. Like it started to really get bad, especially that hour drive. But like I wanted it. I really wanted it, and I told myself I was gonna work hard this summer. So I just
Excellent.
So to let you know, we understand sacrifice, especially all three of us up here. Two
yeah
of us are prior military, and coach is a coach. So sacrificing time, um, you know, needs, wants above everything else definitely is something that we understand. So we applaud you for what you do. Um, Jones, go ahead with the next question, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We've talked about sacrifice. And being a part of the 2025-2026 academic All Big 12 rookie team, how has being part of the track program shaped your college experience socially, academically, and also personally?
well being part of the program academically, socially, I would say like that's a good question. You got me there. That's a good question.
So socially,
Well,
like, how has it shaped you? I mean, have you
okay.
had to give up things? Yeah.
Socially, I would say socially it helped me because it helped me actually in a lot of ways. It helped me meet a lot of different people,
Yeah.
It helped me understand people. I've met a lot of different people with different backgrounds. I've built different relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I've made many connections. Connections can take you a long way, very, very far. So I've made
Absolutely.
many connections. Been relationships with my teammates, some of my coaches in and out of the Big 12. Just been, you know,
And have you? I mean, do you meet people organically just through the sport, or do you have to go out and do you have to push yourself to be social and networking that way?
nah, I meet people through the sport and throughout the sport, but sometimes I do have to go out because me personally, I'm just not a social person myself, but I'm trying to build my Instagram and social media and stuff like that. So I gotta kind of sometimes be on campus and going to the events and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like last year, I was doing a whole bunch of community service and stuff like that, just so
Shout
I
out
Mm-hmm.
your
I can make my
Instagram, man.
Yeah.
Shout it
I
out.
was,
money T 3am.sim money and then 3T the am.sim.
You'll know because he's a U of H Cougar. The picture's right
Yeah,
there.
it's
Go
it's
look
why it's all
for
in the picture as soon as you pick up the profile.
it.
But let me get back to your question. But to say I like academically, I would say it's taught me how to have like real good discipline and time
mm-hmm.
management. Because
Mm-hmm.
going into college, I learned that you really everything's on your own. You don't have no set schedule unless you have like classes in person. You don't have no set due date for classes and stuff like that. Like like in high school or in younger schools, you'll get the work and it gotta be done before the class. But in college,
Mm-hmm.
you get the work 2-3 weeks before it's even due.
Right.
And like some people like to wait till last minute to get it done, but that caught up to me at one point. So I had to learn.
Right.
I had to learn how to balance my classes and with training and traveling because
Right.
we travel out there in the season and all my
Right.
competitions and stuff like that. It just
So no, go ahead.
it just taught me a lot. I was gonna say it just taught me plenty of things.
Yeah, and so with that, um, do you prefer online classes or do you prefer in person classes or do you do a mixture of both?
I prefer online for sure, but I do a mixture of both. If I can get all online, I definitely would take all online
Oh.
without hesitation. I
Right,
wouldn't want in person until low key like my junior year because that's when I would like low key start getting hands on with uh, what I do in college.
right. And really quick before I pass it off to Coach, what is your major?
Um, I'm having a brain fart right now. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. It's when you be a trainer,
Okay,
it's called. You can be
Would you want to be
like a
an
trainer. I
athletic
forgot what it's
trainer?
called.
Yeah,
sports
sports
medicine.
Yeah.
medicine.
Kinesiology. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Kinesiology.
There you,
I had a brain
there
fart.
you.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah,
hey, bro.
kinesiology.
Hey, bro. Don't forget that, bro. Don't forget that word, bro. Don't forget that word, bro. Hey, man, what that word is again?
Kinesiology.
There you go, bro. There you go. Say it, bro. Hey, bro. Don't forget that word again, bro.
Go ahead, Coach.
Um. Well, Jones, but I thought you had two questions. I'm gonna just keep it real.
I got it.
Marcus. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
What's your
got
question, Marcus?
it. With your experience as a student athlete at the next level,
Hey,
what advice would you give younger athletes? And what's the most important lesson you hope they carry with them as they move forward?
Um, to just low key listen to the ones above, and just if you really want it, it's gonna be a long journey. Cause it's been times even when you have told me like certain things about before how college, for example, how college was gonna be like before I even went to college, and all you guys was right. Like all the coaches that used to help us and tell us and try to tell us how the life will be after college. I mean after high school and stuff like that. And we when you're young, you really don't listen, but you listen. You know how it is. You listen, but you don't listen. But
Right.
everything came true. So I would say just sometimes just sit down and listen and look out you don't have to not look out, but just like listen to the people that's trying to help you. Because
Right.
again, like I said, connections can take you a long way, and even on your worst days, just gotta push through it. Because like I said, it was some days where I didn't even want to get out the bed, barely want to make it to practice.
Right. I think we got one more question for you. So just doing a little research, I noticed that you placed second in the long jump at the Cameron Burrow invitation. You finished second in the long jump at the Tom Tellis invitation, and you placed third in the long jump at the Victor Lopez class. What personal goals are you chasing right now, and how do you plan to elevate your performance heading into the next phase?
Right now, I'm chasing to go to the Olympics. That's what we're training for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go to the Olympics. It's a lot of training. I've switched my feet. I was used to be a right-footed jumper all the way until I got up to college, and I've been jumping left foot. But I'm getting back into my groove.
Explain that.
Talk about that a little bit.
Switching feet.
Yes. And what's the major difference, and why did the change come about?
So the change came about because I've always told my coaches, even in high school, that I could jump off both feet, but like nobody ever believed me. But I mean, Coach Rod, Coach Rod.
Yeah,
Coach Rod,
I know Coach Rod.
Because it used to be times I would high jump off my left foot or my right foot, or if we go down the long jump runway, if you're not on your mark right, sometimes you'll hit the board with the foot you'll jump off of. Like I was a right foot jumper in high school. Sometimes if it was a bad jump, I hit the board off my left foot. But like the jump and rotation and stuff would still be good. So that's why I would always tell coaches I can do both legs. And then one day we was at a rice meet, and I had a great jump off my left foot, and he was like, oh yeah, well, after this meet, you're going to your left foot now. And then I started that like the second meet of the outdoor season. And then all through that season, instead of just staying and waiting for the summer, all through that season, I was just trying to get back right because I switched everything. It was uncomfortable. It didn't feel right. Things like that. It's just so that
So they
whole
changed
season.
every jump? So they changed every jump?
Yeah, they changed everything.
Ooh.
Everything. They changed everything. Like
Ooh.
when I first
Hey,
started
boy, you
my
good.
leg, and I used this.
Oh yeah, you
This
good
goes back
then.
into the mental part because when they'll let you crash on a practice. When I used to have it took me like a week to get
Hold on, you said that
right.
way too casually, bro. You said that way too. They let you crash.
Yeah, in practice.
Yeah, I know. Explain. You got to explain some of this stuff to some of these people.
Okay. So I was working on that for about a week because it took about a week for me to even get that feeling for it because they don't like us recording. So we had to get the feeling first before we can even record. So it took me like a week trying to get jumps and stuff. I'm thinking like, dang, I got a track meet. They want me to jump off my left foot, all this. And I already wasn't jumping good because they was switching me feet and stuff. So like one day I lost it. I had a bad jump and I was just like, I was just saying some crazy words. Crashing. And then I just went back to my room that day and was just like out of it the rest of the day.
So when you went to these invitationals, were you in the process of changing your process then, or had you already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so, do you think it had
basically the whole outdoor season?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, the whole outdoor season, I was working on changing my jumping. Because indoor season, I was right-footed, and I was doing I was starting to get it a little better, but then I had a good jump on my left foot. So instead of waiting for the summer, since it was my first year, that whole outdoor season, he was getting me to work on my left foot. So come summer, and then next year, I can already be perfectly comfortable and all caught back up. And now I'm caught back up. So
they have 2 seasons, correct? They have indoor, which is for the winter, and then outdoor for the summer. Am I correct?
Yeah. And then sometimes we also have something called U20s.
Okay. Yeah. U20s just happened.
Yeah. But next year they might do U23s if I can't believe if it's next year or the year after, but they might do U23s. So I'm gonna try to participate in that. get on USA teams and stuff like that.
Does anybody else have any questions to ask Mr. Simeon Cannon?
Yeah, man, I got one follow-up question because, I mean, as you look at someone who's a long jumper, right, there's a lot of impact, right? And every time you jump, there's a lot of impact. So how do you make sure that your body stays fresh and you don't have injury as you practice and participate in this sport?
Honestly, I'm a freak of nature. I don't know. I just stretch.
Mr. Bunnies. Hey, you're no longer
My
Mr.
whole life.
Simeon.
All my life, I ain't do nothing but just stretch or maybe take ice baths. That's it at most. When I get an injury, I because of football, I'm so used to like playing with an injury. When I get an injury, it wouldn't unless I really can't like walk or jump. It really wouldn't bother me. It really wouldn't bother me, like on lie.
Hey, that boy Booby Miles, he got God-given talent, baby.
Hey, listen, I don't know if we should call him Mr. Bunnies or come up with something, Mr. Invincible, something. We got to give him a moniker before he leaves, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's talk about the classroom. You said a lot when you say you have a lot going on, from going to school, going to practice, and traveling, things of that nature.
Yeah.
How is school, and ultimately, what's the focus while in school? Do you think about track, or you don't think about track until you get to that point?
Nah, I don't think about track till I get to that point. I just be on go. Just be going with the flow. I know I gotta be in class at 9 a.m., so I'm just go to class. Then if I got track at 12, I'm gonna just walk the track, and then that's when I start thinking about track. I don't think about track until
you have to.
Yeah, until I got to step in the building.
Well, we want to thank you so much for coming out and spending this time with us. You gave great knowledge. A couple of things he said is you guys have to be mentally prepared. You're going to have to find a way to find your sanity. He does multiple things, from taking walks to believing in his faith to just taking time to himself to recoup and regenerate. He says you have to have a will. You have to have a will to go do it. You have to have a will to want it, and you have to have the will to consistently do it. He's gave great knowledge. Let me repeat this. He's a full ride scholar athlete at a Big Four, a Power 4 conference. So what he's saying is take it and run with it. He's trying to give you the best advice to be successful. I just want to say thank you again for coming on and spending this time with us. Gentlemen, you guys have anything you'd like to say before we go?
Man, keep working, bro.
Yeah, keep working. Well, who's your Super Bowl pick before you leave?
I don't watch sports.
Understood.
I'm so serious though.
No, I know you are.
I'm just now starting to watch track because I need to keep up with it.
Right.
Yeah, I understand it. That's very important that you are watching, because like you said, you need to know who's jumping what, how they're jumping. You might run into them, and I get it. And I'm glad that you're putting forth the effort to learn and hone in on your craft, man. I really am.
Well, I'm just happy to have met a future Olympian before he makes it that far.
That's dope.
Yeah, future Olympian before you make it that far. Just remember back to this day, man. And send me a postcard with your autograph or something.
Yeah. You got credentials?
Appreciate you.
You got like a you got like a Instagram or something, or
Yeah, we'll send it to you offline.
All right.
Well, thank you so much. You have a good one, man.
Y'all too.
All right, gentlemen. We're back to our regular scheduled program. Once again, we want to thank Mr. Simeon for coming on and hanging out with the fellas for a little bit. Speaking of changes and choices, there's a couple big choices that were made over the following week. One in particular that's important to one of the guys on our board. It's the starting QB job and for the Cleveland Browns. And we'll let you go. We'll let you go last because we know you're the resident Browns fan. But Coach, do you feel that it's Watson the right choice to be the starter for the Browns?
That is right now with that choice. That's something to be, I guess evaluated when they start playing. They're only telling us what's going on in practice. We don't know the full scope of what's like actually happening. Jones, he may be getting more than us. All I know I'm seeing is stats and maybe highlights here and there. But I need to see him play. And I need to see him how he runs Mokin's offense. So that's the main thing. That's my big thing. But we said that this was probably gonna happen. He probably was gonna be the day one starter. And I know it's not day one yet, but it's preseason. But that's what we said. So man, we gonna see. Time will tell soon. And it's coming fast.
I agree with you. I think this is here's what I'll say. If he's outplayed the young fella, then yeah. If it's money wise or money driven, then no. Because ultimately you want to win. I hope you want to win. You have Todd Monken, who's a first year coach. I don't know what his offense is going to look like. What is his defense going to look like? Like, I have so many questions about ultimately. There's no Myles Garrett. There's no Myles Garrett on the other side to save you. But there's also what was the previous coach name? What's the coach down in Atlanta now? What's his name? Yeah, at least he's not going. At least he's not going to kill you because that dude was doing some weird stuff. He was doing some weird stuff. At 4th down and 1, and you bringing in your running back for the Wildcat. That wasn't the correct move. You give your quarterback didn't know the offense really. It was wild. It was a whole bunch of weird things. So, to me, I'm glad that the kid is getting his chance. Like I said, I don't know if Watson is outplaying him, I'm okay with it. If you're just doing it solely based on money, I don't know how I feel about that. Because if the young fella is outplaying him, then let the young fella start. It is what it is. You should never pay him all that money. Sometimes you got to eat your choices, man. Sometimes you got to eat your choices.
Let him go.
Yeah. Well, they ain't going to let him go because that's what, 45 million walking? You don't want that.
I mean, bro. So let me ask you what's worse. 45 walking or 45 on the bench?
45 walking. Because
45 and you still losing. I mean, man, it's all the same outcome.
At least you can say you got some out of that 45.
You ain't getting nothing out of that 45.
Walking is a little bit different. But I don't know. Here's what I don't want to happen before we go to Jones. I don't want him to come out and play well. Because then what does that do to you? Like, what if he comes out and have one of them years where he throws 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and the Browns somehow make the playoffs?
Man, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Is it? Because, I feel like that would be the most Brownish thing to happen. And now he's up for a contract. Do you extend him? I'm just saying. But
you extend them at what price, though? That's the question.
Yeah, you're not giving them $45 million, but what's the asking price for somebody of that nature, though? Is it like $35 million? Just $10 million less, or is it one and done deals? I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like
franchise.
You don't want to pay. That's $45 million.
Okay, well, who you franchising on that team?
No, the only person you franchise is Verse. You're a franchise Verse if you have to. But let's take this over to the residents Browns fans and see what he has to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, all of that is interesting, right? I just want to touch on a few things that you were talking about. I was thinking about the same thing. If Deshaun Watson comes in and he plays well, what do you do with him then, right? For me, what I would say is if he plays well and he does, 33-10, and as the Brown admin, you cannot you cannot re-extend him, right? What you would do is you would trade him, right? Hopefully at that point, other teams would have interest in him, right? And they would make the mistake, right, to go and give us a first round pick or a second round pick for his service.
He'll be a free agent.
Well, he's still on the contract. He's still on the contract this year, and he will still be on the contract next year. The only thing is, if they waive him before OTAs, then they wouldn't have to pay him all of that money. So they still owe him money, and he's still going to be on the contract. So they still have him on the contract, and he can be traded. So that would be the best case scenario, right? And then you can start Shedeur next year. But for me, I don't think he should start, man. I think we've gotten all the juice, that we can get out of it. Will he start? Absolutely. I think it's to the point that you guys are talking about. Listen, I know it's easy for us as a fan, on the podcast to say, listen, the $40 million don't matter. Go ahead and play Shedeur. But if you were the gentleman that had to give up $40 million to a player, right? That's I would almost assure you that you would, you'd be like, you know what? Listen, he looked okay. He can run around. Go ahead and throw him out there and see if we can get something out of him, right?
Is both of his legs working?
Yeah,
he good.
Both. Did y'all tape him up? Did you give him a shot? Yeah, right. You want to see, even though so in this a lot of things we do, right? Even though you know better, right? Even though you know the outcome, right? They know what's going to happen when they put him out there, right? He hasn't played well in the Browns uniform at all, right? Since he's been there. Now, I got a few notes here. I'll run down through them and kind of touch on that. But, even though you know what the outcome's going to be, you still hope, right? You still have an inkling of hope to where you're like, you know what? He was really good when he played with the Texans. Maybe, just maybe, I don't think so, but just maybe he can get back to form, right? Even though we know that it's not going to be that way, right? So I think ultimately what's going to happen is Deshaun's going to start. I think he's going to play at least 4 to 5 games initially, and if he's losing and he does what we think he's going to do, then they'll start Deshaun, right? I mean, they'll start Shedeur. I think really what they're doing is they're trying to build up a case on why they should start Shedeur, right? I think Jimmy Haslam has put his thumb back on the scale, and I think that's why he's really he has a chance to be the starter because of the money, right? And I think he's actually been outplayed by Shedeur in training camp. Now, if you listen to Browns media, depending on the day, they would make you think otherwise. They have this quarterback tracker that they say they're tracking all the throws, but they're not tracking all the throws, right? And if Deshaun Watson is doing well, then, everything's great. And if the Shedeur Sanders is doing well, then, here come the boo birds. And, they tell you, he's not really doing that well. And the quarterback tracker really doesn't matter, right? It only matters when their guy is ahead. So, the only way that he doesn't start, in my opinion, is if he does horrible in that first preseason game against the Bears, because they're not going to be playing too many of their starters, if at all, right? Because it's the first preseason game. Either that or he gets hurt, right? I think that's the only two ways that Deshaun doesn't start this season. And it's unfortunate. Go ahead.
Speaking of hurt, I'm going to touch on a touchy subject real quick.
Yes, sir.
Before we move on. I know you guys haven't seen it yet, but your boy, one of Coach Josh's favorite quarterbacks who went to LSU, stepped on the field for a preseason game with basically his starting offense against secondary guys, and he was still getting smacked. I don't know what the issue is in Cincinnati, but that young man is not going to make the season if a second round group of individuals is smacking him in the mouth against his first. Fix it. Like, fix it.
No, absolutely not. Don't fix it. Don't fix. We need that. The Browns need that. Go ahead and keep playing the way you're playing.
Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah, no,
crazy to me. And he took a lick.
Listen, the Browns need him to go ahead and keep playing like that.
No, I get it.
We can beat Joe Flacco.
I ultimately want to see the kid be okay.
Yeah, and I say that in jest. I don't want anybody.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know. It's just fandom. You know, you just saying what you're saying because we're fans of our teams. But in all reality, the kid has talent, and I would like to see him fulfill his talent. But there's a real issue in Cincinnati that somebody needs to be fired for. And guess what? Nobody has been fired for it. Okay?
Because they're still willing. They're still winning games, right? So
no, they're not. They haven't made the playoff in 3 years.
He didn't say they made the playoff. He said they winning games.
Winning games.
If you're not making the playoffs, that's not winning games to me.
That's not true. That's not true.
Go ahead, Coach.
Bro, that's not true, bro. And I'm not saying that I'm rooting for them, but but you win 7 or 8 games without Joe Burrow. Hey, bro, that's a win for them people. Like, that's a win for them people. Now, us, man, we think different. Hey, man, you're supposed to make the playoffs. That's winning football. But not for them. And it's for a certain reason. And I got my reasons why. But if that was any other coach, he would be fired by now.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that I want nobody fired, but hey, bro.
No, you're absolutely
he would be fired
right.
by now.
Nobody's pushing for the loss of somebody's job, but he should have been fired. Matter of fact, he should have been fired. The GM should have been fired. And the owner should have he should have got rid of the team. Sell the team too. Golly.
But the precedent is set around the league that, hey, if this happens, then most likely you're gone. And that's what needs to happen. So, but I have my reasons why.
Well, and also, if you look at the history of the AFC North, there's only one team that really has a lot of turnover within the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Mike Tomlin was with the Steelers for how long? And, I think he still could have been there, but he decided that he didn't want to be there, right? They didn't fire him.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh has been there just as long as Tomlin almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then before Zach Taylor, they had what's the gentleman's name? I'm drawing a blank.
Man, what's the coach, man? The coach kept taking pay cuts.
Green?
No. Man,
I could see his face too.
Marvin is his first name.
Marvin.
Yeah, because Hugh Jackson used to be his offensive coordinator.
Man, what is his name, man?
Hold on.
Because he was a great DC. Yeah, Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis, right?
Yep.
So it's on brand that he hasn't been fired yet, right? And things are going to have to go completely or horribly wrong for them to remove Zach Taylor. And I don't know if it's him putting Joe Burrow in bad situations where he gets hurt again, right? I think once the Joe Burrow, I think two things. One, I think if Joe Burrow wanted him gone, he would have been gone. So
let's pause that for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's what I say.
Talk to me.
So you paid Joe Burrow, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You paid Jamar Chase, correct?
Yep.
And you paid T. Higgins.
Yep.
And then you saw what that ultimately gave you last year when you had a crappy defense, right?
Yep.
Right. So now you put some money towards the defense, and you still never fixed the O-line issues.
Sure.
because they had O-line issues, and now they're a year older. Last year, we saw Joe Burrow get licked, get hit, get smashed up in the preseason game, and then you let it happen the next season in a preseason game against some tools. Like, there's some serious issues.
Okay, so who's the offensive coordinator?
Nobody cares because
no, we can't. Hold on.
No.
I'm gonna make a correlation, and then I'm gonna tell you.
There's no
Why does
correlation
it
because
matter?
he calls his plays. He calls his own plays.
There we go. He should be fired.
Exactly.
He doesn't have a proper scheme to protect this guy.
Agreed.
Okay. And
Agreed.
that's what I'm trying to make in reference to all of this. That's why. Hey, bro, you calling plays is your scheme. Like, it ain't like, okay, well, something wrong with the offensive line coach. Okay, well, something wrong with the offensive coordinator. No, you go down the line. It's your fault. You need to be gone, man.
And
Agreed.
coaching plays a huge
And
part.
coaching plays a huge part.
Well, and if he's not hiring the right people, then he definitely needs to be gone. I'll give you an example. Bill Callahan, right? Before he went to go coach with his son for the Tennessee Titans, we had one of the better offensive line in football, right? He leaves the very next year. We are one of the worst offensive line, and none of the people change, just the coaching, right? So I agree with you, gentlemen. You're absolutely right. I think Zach Taylor should be gone. But then you say, well, who do I replace him with, right?
No, we got choices.
Can I ask you a question about
Yes,
the
sir.
Browns?
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
What ultimately would be the worst case scenario as to where Monken would no longer be there?
Worst case scenario, you start Deshaun Watson. He starts off okay, starts to lose, gets hurt. You put in Shador later in the season. He doesn't have enough time to really get it going. We only win 4 games or so. And for Monken to get fired, everything would have to look like he's incompetent, right? So the decisions that he's making at quarterback, how we're losing, how bad we lose, if we have offensive line penalties, right? So false starts and operations look bad. If we have a lot of fumbles, if we have if it just looks like the team hasn't been coached all year, he'll be gone.
Gotcha. Is there anything else?
If it looked like it did when Freddie Kitchens was there, he'll be gone. He'll be gone by game 12.
Coach, anything you want to ask about this situation before we move on?
Man, I got 2 things. So one is, how Todd Monken get fired is by putting all this money behind Shador. And Shador kind of does pretty good, but not well enough. And that gives the media something to talk about. Well, he's not that good, blah, 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 blah. That's how he's going to get fired. Right there. Because the media, man, I don't know what they turned into up in Cleveland right now, but they like New York and Philadelphia. Man, the people hate Shador Sanders.
They have an anybody but Shador campaign going on right now.
Yeah. And then 2, for the past 3 years, Jones, which one of these quarterbacks about to get traded in the next couple of weeks?
Dylan Gabriel.
So Dylan Gabriel going to be a Falcon, I'm sure. However, and that's why you can't trust Cleveland media, right? Because what they're trying to now say is that Deshaun Watson is going to be the starter and Dylan Gabriel is going to be the backup. And then they're saying that Shador Sanders is going to be the one getting traded. And the place they say that he's going to get traded to is the Jets. They say Geno Smith don't look good at all.
That can sound about right.
That's what they're saying, Coach. I mean, I didn't say
Oh
that.
no,
That's
no,
what they
no,
said. Yeah.
no. I've been hearing the same thing. Same thing as in. I mean, I look at it. Nobody's going to pick up that huge contract from Deshaun Watson, so most likely he's not getting traded.
He's not.
Um,
He's not moving.
The only person that looks like maybe they could have like some value, but the media said, "Oh no, we don't." It's Shador.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
And
so
even though
like
he's outplayed, he's visibly better than the rest of the quarterbacks per some sources. However, they keep coming. They put themselves in between the rock and the hard place, right? Because you got Deshaun Watson with all this money, right? You spend a 3rd round draft pick, right, on Dylan Gabriel when you could have used that pick to get another premium player, right, to put him in somewhere. So now they feel like they're obligated to keep him. Taylor Green, I don't even know what, they say, he could be Lamar Jackson-esque if he learned how to throw the ball.
yeah.
And they keep the odd man out. If you listen to the Cleveland Browns media, is Shador Sanders, and there are other advocates that have gone to the practices that says he's the best quarterback out there. But
him,
what
Green,
keep doing the
and
narrative?
Watson work out together. Like him, Green, and Watson, they all work out together, right?
Yeah,
Dylan Gabriel is the one that's kind of like on the outside of that little clique. So, man, it's really weird, bro. Like it's weird. So,
You said something about odds. Let's talk about odds. Who's the odds-on favorite in the WNBA to win MVP? Who
I don't even
would
like
you
this
have?
graphic that you put up there.
Why is that?
It's for me, it's only one choice, but I don't like that graphic that you put up there because it's insinuating that somebody should be considered when they shouldn't.
While you say that, I'm just saying she's in the picture.
yeah,
I don't think she's. I don't think she's.
doing what 8.
I don't think she's close.
Yeah, she got
She's
numbers.
yeah, she got numbers, but
Yeah, she like
there's
22 and
only
8, right?
there's only 2 people.
Yeah,
In my
really.
eye. It's what's they call her? What they call her?
Who?
I
It's
can't.
only
I'm
one
trying
thing
to.
to call her MVP. Her
Nah,
name is Olivia Miles.
yeah, but they call her spectacles. That's what they
Yeah,
call her.
spectacles. Yeah.
They call her spectacles. That's what they call her. Like I think she's the MVP. Like I
Yeah,
do.
she out there doing between the leg, no look passes and everything.
When the
The
last
way
time we had an
She done
MVP
found her groove.
Rookie of the Year?
Candace,
Candace.
And she's putting on a show just like Candace did.
bro. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I knew she was good, but I didn't know she was gonna be this good. Like
This fast.
yeah, like
Okay. Well, let's look at it like this too, though. Let's look at. I'm going.
Dallas got it
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, they did. They did get it wrong. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you what's helping her too. She didn't go to a bum team.
She didn't have no McPhee.
No.
That
Yeah.
McPhee only made them better. Like
Okay. But we can't downplay the rest of them girls on that team either. And I'm not taking away nothing from her because I agree with y'all. He should be the MVP and the Rookie of the Year. Like I'm right there with y'all. I agree with that. Plain and simple. I totally agree with that. But she also didn't go to a bum team, like a bum team. Like they just, like they needed her.
No, she went to the right situation, right?
There you go.
She went to the right situation. This
Yeah.
situation fit her, and
I disagree. I think let me tell you why I disagree. She could have easily went in there and gave us 10-3, and we would have said, "Hey, she's balling."
But
Right?
that's not her.
No, as a rookie, I'm saying
Yeah,
she
but that's
went in
not
there and
her.
she's at 17-8.
Yeah, but that's not her. She is a baller. Like, I mean, bro, like she was obviously like, bro, we could have said before the draft, she could have been the number one pick. I mean,
No,
man, we
agreed.
was
No, agreed.
yeah,
But I'm saying she could have went in and had because of what's on that team already with McPhee,
yeah.
with Courtney, with McBride. She could have easily went in and gave you 10-3, and we would have been like, all right, she has
Yeah.
something to work on. She's out there
Hey,
giving you 17-8, and
oh,
she's
yeah.
doing it stylish
Yeah,
with spectacles. She's making you see the spectacles. I'm
Shit.
just saying.
Let me say this. Out of all those women that's on that team, and you put her up on that team, it's not like she's fitting in. She's showing, hey, like I could be the best.
From me watching them, I think she leads them now.
Yeah,
She's their leader.
yeah.
And I think they know that now. Like
Yeah.
I love Fee and I love Courtney, but they didn't have what she has, which is that pizzazz and that it factor to say, okay, it's my turn. But I can give you the ball too when I want to give you the ball.
Yeah.
And
she got that Mamba mentality, man.
Yeah, no, agreed. And right behind her is the MVP herself. Yeah, you threw that in there. But she did hang out with Kobe though, if you don't know. She did. Asia.
Funny how she turned out to be the best, right?
Asia is right behind her though.
Yeah, she's not a ball hog.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Not here we go. We win already. I didn't start this.
I didn't start it either. But
I mean, because
anyway,
she does fill the stats.
Let's talk about the one in the middle. And the reason why I want to talk about the one in the middle is because I think we get it. I think things are misconstrued to a point. Is she the best player on her team?
No.
I said it too. No. Who's the best player on their team?
Boston.
I would say Kelsey Mitchell.
Well, I mean, it's a toss-up. I mean, but I'm going with Boston.
But I think the point is made, right?
Yes.
It's not CC.
Yes. She better learn to play defense better, because if Aaliyah or Kelsey has an off night and they need her, she has a choke gene that is starting to rear its ugly head. I don't like it. When the Aces came back from 20 down, y'all know who they was picking on? I'll wait.
You don't have to wait. Shoot, man, we know. Shoot, man, it's obvious.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they going after her like James Harden.
Yeah. Man, they going after her like Steve Nash.
Yeah. What Olivia Miles did to her was so dirty, because she made a layup or something. She did something to the crowd, and she looked back, and Olivia Miles was running up her back to the layup. And I was like, and the commentator was like, you better turn around. And I was like, yeah, you better turn around. That's how I knew Olivia Miles was something different, because she don't let too much bother her. I just feel like while CC puts up numbers, she'll give up a lot of numbers too, if you know what I'm saying.
But did you watch her up at an hour?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, she was surrounded by shooters and defensive players. That's it.
Let me ask you a question. They don't make it. If they lose in the first round, do you start to split them up?
Do you start to split them up?
Yeah. You go probably have to move Kelsey or Boston. One of them go because they not.
Well, they did it with the Sky.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. and this is my own thoughts. This is not reflecting to this podcast or anything. But they get rid of Mitchell or Boston. What white girl they bringing in, bro?
I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, bro, because that's obviously all they looking for to put with her right now. And I'm just saying that like that's ridiculous.
I know. I'm asking the question.
Yeah,
If they don't get out the first round, are you breaking them up?
I'm moving her.
I mean, I would too, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm moving her. I understand why they would move her business wise,
Yes.
but I think they could get a whole lot for her. I'm gonna tell you this: with this upcoming draft, I think they could get 2 first rounds for her,
She
and
better
that's
win a
big in the next
championship
couple.
soon, or she's not going to win one because the guards that's coming in the league that's about to arrive are going to give her problems because they gave her problems before.
Yeah, because I asked you this: would you give her up for Juju?
Yeah. I mean, that's
I
me.
would.
That's
Yeah, I would.
me.
And I think Juju is
I give her
she's marketable.
I give her so is Hannah Hidalgo.
But
I would give her up for Hannah Hidalgo.
not marketable wise, bro.
Yes. What? Hannah is marketable. I don't know what you see. Hannah is marketable.
Hey.
And Hannah shows you she plays defense. You can't have
And she's marketable.
Yeah.
And she's marketable.
Yeah, Hannah's marketable.
Okay.
And all right, so let's move on. Hey, Ashley's like, I would. She's talking about, yeah, I'll trade her too. Yo, hey, we all would.
I think they would get 2 first rounds for me.
Oh, I think they would too.
So. Really quick, man. Like, I know you had brought up, she could have been the first round pick. She should have been the first. She should have been the first overall pick because I don't even know what Ozzy's numbers look like.
She's hurt right now.
Yeah.
She's hurt.
But you know what?
Hey, you know what? I do want to say the fam girl is not bad. That girl is not bad. Give her the year next year. She should make a huge jump. I like her with the other. What's her name? Mabonga. I like those two as a front court for Seattle. They just gonna have to find some guards, and I think they go try to get one of these guards that's coming out this year.
Cool.
That's all I have. Let's move on to the last thing before we go, gentlemen. And I think Coach called this way before it happened. He was preaching and telling us to watch out for it because he ultimately knew this was going to be the outcome in the case. But I have a different type of question for you, and you let me know. With Murray being named the starter for the Vikings, does this help J.J. McCarthy?
No.
It don't help him?
I think it does.
I think so. So let me just say this, and I'll let you guys have it.
Okay.
I don't think that it does because again, like I was mentioning earlier, I think they got they got everything out of 9 that they could get out of 9. And if 9's going to be a great player, it's not going to be in a Vikings uniform, right? And let's be honest, Kyler Murray is not going to help that young man.
Ooh.
They see each other as rivals. They don't like each other, and Kyler Murray is there to win the starting job and to get a new contract. So what's going to happen is exactly what Coach said. They're going to be a 10-win, 11-win team this season. They will make the playoffs, and they will offer him a contract, and 9 will be on someone else's team. Either that or he'll be with Jerry Jeudy putting fries in the bag.
Hey, this is what I'll say before I pass it to Coach. We talk about this new age of sitting players. Watching Kyler Murray could ultimately help him. But I agree with you. I don't see him being in the Vikings uniform because how you have that team and you had Sam Darnold come in, turn that team to a 14-win team, and then it go to you and they look like poop. They was even winning when they had Carson Wentz before he got hurt. 9 had to come in. So yeah, if Kyler Murray gets them to double-digit wins, 9 can go be 9 elsewhere. You know what they say, 9, 8, 10. I mean, I don't know.
9 is going to beeline to another team.
Coach, what you got, man?
What can you get for 9?
Nothing.
Nah, you could get something. And this is what I'm going to say.
Empty
Hold
Gatorade
on,
bottle.
Coach. Don't breeze past that. What can you get for 9?
Empty Gatorade bottle.
You get a 5 or 6. I ain't gonna lie to you, because he
Hold
was
on. Who's gonna give you who? Let's pick a team. Who's gonna give you that 5?
I don't know. We say somebody they starting quarterback gets hurt, right?
And you going with 9?
I mean, bro, what are the options you may have though for a 5 or 6? I mean, bro, he was a starter up in the league at one time.
That's because they had no choice. They had to see what they.
Nah, they had a choice, bro.
No, they didn't. They had to see what they had. Like I tell everybody else, you can't spend a first-round pick and not ever put him on the field. You're gonna have to see what he is, and ultimately, they didn't like what they saw. So he's not what they thought, and he shouldn't have been a first-round pick. So once again, we're back to
he should have never been a first round. He should have never been a first-round pick.
Exactly.
And let's just be honest about that. Like I know, didn't he win the championship? At Michigan.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I understand. I understand all that.
But don't act like cheating was a part of that either. Like we're starting to see it now. We're starting to see he wasn't a good quarterback. They were just over here recording everybody cheating. He just happened to be the quarterback that was successful because he knew what was coming. Just saying.
Hey, bro, that's a whole nother story. I agree with you on that. Hey, if that's how that go, that's how that go. I'm just saying, he's a career backup. I told y'all he's not a starter in the league, bro. Dude is a career backup.
I can't even say he's a career backup. I don't think he's good enough to be a backup.
I mean, bro, they got some cats that's backups that I'm like, they should not even be in the league.
Well, that's a different conversation.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying I would think that he would be, just my opinion, he'd be better than someone else. But I could be wrong also.
So if he does become a backup, you know what team he's going to?
The Browns.
I'm sorry?
The Browns.
No, not Cleveland.
Who you going to? Well, that could be, I could see it. I mean,
you said the Chargers?
Yeah, with John Harbaugh.
That'd be the only person to pick him up.
Yeah, with Harbaugh. And that's not I mean, bro, he know the system. So, I mean, hey, shoot. Hey, man, familiarity and relationships, that work hand in hand in the NFL right now, bro.
Sure.
So,
no, absolutely.
So, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad choice, That's not like we saying, like we trying to find the connection between the Funky and Dylan Gabriel. Like, where's the connection at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no connection.
He drafted him.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only connection.
That's a connection.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, 9 doesn't have too many places that he can go.
He does. Yes, he does.
No, he really doesn't. But
yeah, he does. McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger. Hey, boy, he got places to go. There's a lot of people to put the fries in the bag, and they better be fresh.
I mean,
He might be a noodle guy. He might end up in
Man, y'all crazy, bro. I don't know. I just don't see him like that. Like once you couldn't get the ball to Jefferson, man, come on, bro. And then Jefferson double team, and then you can't get the ball to the other person that's 1-on-1. Ah, 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 yeah. So that done it for me. I don't need a whole season to like evaluate you, bro. This not no like how it is on real jobs where you get these certain occurrences,
Who's that?
level 1, level 2, level 3 with these write-ups.
Who's their
Nah,
first
bro.
game against? That's what I want to know. Who's their first game against?
hold on. Who we talking about? The Vikings?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's somebody we talked about last week, I thought.
Was it the Lions?
Yeah, it's gonna be a loss. Let's see.
Golly, no.
Oh no, not the Vikings. No. If 9 was playing, it would have been a loss.
Yeah.
So September 13th, they play the Packers at home.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. That'll be something we definitely discuss in this first week of football.
They got a tough first 3 games. They got the Packers at home, and then away at Bears, and then away for the Buccaneers.
Nah, they'll beat the Bucs. The Bucs are in turmoil. He'll be gone by week 5. Anyways, we want to thank Simeon Cannon for coming out, hanging with us. Thank you, guys. Next week we'll go to Tuesdays. That's okay for you guys. We got to start transitioning over to Tuesdays. Is that good for everybody?
I mean, I should be able to make it work.
All right. We'll be transitioning to Tuesdays next week. Simeon, thank you so much for coming on. UofH Cougar. Hopefully we see him in a little bit and he's in the Olympics. Thanks everybody for being in the chat. We'll have a good one. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.
Good night.